Generic Joe is ready to go on a super duper secret mission with today's game, James Bond 007 for your Atari 2600. Let's go ahead, take James Bond 007, pop it in my Atari 7800 Pro system, and see how it holds up today. Let's go to the game. James Bond 007 was published by Parker Brothers and carries a copyright year of 1984. It is based on the popular movie series. It was programmed by Joseph Goucher, who also programmed the 2600 port of Popeye, which I reviewed in episode 357. I'll put a link to that review in the description below. The manual opens with the following. In this game, you are Bond, James Bond 007, the world's most famous secret agent. Renowned for your cool and confidence, not to mention your biting wit, you've been selected by the British Secret Service for 3 clandestine, utterly critical, and nearly impossible missions. These will be accomplished at the controls of a specially designed multi-purpose craft that boasts extraordinary capabilities. It has the properties of a car, a plane, and a submarine, and it's equipped with the latest weaponry. We think you'll find it more than adequate. In brief, Mr. Bond, this is what lies ahead. First stop, Las Vegas, and diamonds are forever. No casinos here, rather you've got to cross the desert in the dead of night. A very romantic place indeed, when you're not being shot at. In Moonraker, you'll recognize your old nemesis Hugo Drax and his poison satellites. From your position on the lake, you must stop the satellites from ever reaching Earth. We know you like a change of scenery, Bond, so the next stop is Sardinia in The Spy Who Loved Me. Stormberg's underwater laboratory is your destination in this one. We're confident you'll know just what to do when you reach it. Oh, and about the details, read on. We want you to be prepared for the assault. Frogmen, missiles, submarines, and the like. Not to worry. Good luck, Bond, and bon voyage. James Bond 007 is a Moon Patrol style action game for one player only with 2 modes of difficulty, novice or an expert agent mode. For the controls, use your joystick to move the car left and right, up to jump, and down to dive when on a water stage. Pressing the button will either shoot up at an angle or sometimes drop a bomb down below on the water stages. As mentioned in the manual, the game tries to put 3 James Bond movies together. First up is Diamonds Are Forever. In the first phase, you drive on a desert, jumping over radioactive craters and avoiding the fire of satellites and helicopters, which you cannot destroy. You can, however, shoot diamonds in the sky for points. If you survive long enough, you will hit the ocean. This is similar to the first stage, except frogmen appear, and both satellites and frogmen can create radioactive areas in the water to avoid. Somewhere in the stage is an invisible oil rig that is only briefly visible when you shoot a diamond. To finish the stage, you must land on a platform on the top right portion of the rig. You could do this while it's invisible, but you can also crash into it, whether visible or not. And if you jump over it, you'll need to keep going until it shows up again. Complete this stage and you'll move on to Moonraker. Here you try to shoot satellites out of the sky. This stage has submarines that shoot torpedoes from behind them. There's also shuttles that take off from below. If they reach the top of the sky, they will release a poison bomb that will automatically kill you if you are not underwater. Personally, this is as far as I could get in the game. If you pass it, you'll move on to The Spy Who Loves Me. Here you'll need to deal with helicopters, rockets, and submarines while avoiding oil tankers. When you reach the undersea base, you must bomb it and rescue the capsule containing the Bond girl to beat the game. Scoring-wise, you get 5,000 points when you complete a movie/mission, and 50 to 500 points for shooting and bombing stuff. At the end of the game, you get a rating up to 006 on Novice and 007 on Expert. I got up to a 002, which I'm not even sure makes me James Bond Jr. Graphically speaking, the game looks fairly decent and everything is pretty recognizable. Sound and music wise, the game has basic sound effects, but a well done version of the James Bond theme. Family friendly wise, the game would most likely get an E for everyone rating if released today. Currently at pricetrying.com, the game has a value of $18 loose, $46 complete, and $70 new. So what did I think of James Bond 007 on the 2600? I like the look, music, and the mission-based levels, but the gameplay and difficulty really hold this game back. Your vehicle can feel sluggish, and there were times I simply couldn't move fast enough to avoid being hit. Not being able to attack your air-based attackers doesn't make sense. Landing on the oil rig is also pretty tough, since you have to jump perfectly, sometimes with it invisible. On the water missions, it was also frustrating when I wanted to fire in one direction, but thanks to the single button setup, my shot went in the opposite direction. And even though the aquatic cars in the Bond movies could maneuver underwater with ease, here you act like a fishing bobber, being forced to surface as soon as you dive. This made the water level in Moonraker nearly impossible, as the submarines take up a lot of space underwater and the constant threat of poison bombs from the shuttles made the air deadly. You barely had any room to work with, which leads me to the difficulty. Even on Novice, this game is simply too hard. There are too many opportunities for unavoidable hits, not to mention that you need to control your vehicle like a super agent while fighting less than perfect controls. In the end, I really wish this game controlled a little bit better and gave you more of a fighting chance to win, but as it is, it became a title that was more frustrating than fun. So where am I going to rank James Bond 007? I'm afraid it's going to be fairly low, somewhere really close to Defender at 179, a game I ranked so low due to how much the flicker bothered my eyes. But I will say that Defender controls a lot better than 007, so I'll put 007 right under it. So out of the 215 games I've now ranked for the Atari 2600, James Bond 007 is getting hit by a poison bomb at the 180 position. James Bond 007 could have been something special if it controlled a little bit better and wasn't as difficult, but as it is, it's too difficult for me to really enjoy. That's just my opinion. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Also, please like, share, and subscribe. Follow me both on the Facebook and the Twitter. Click the bell so you don't miss any future videos. And sign up at patreon.com/NoSwearGamer, just like Vincent V did, to support the show and gain access to exclusive perks. Thank you for giving me a little part of your day, and I look forward to seeing you next time on the next episode of the No Swear Gamer. Take care and watch out for invincible helicopters and enemy satellites.